2 feet, 4 wheels, and a six-pack. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Todd. And our plan here is to bring to you a stimulating podcast twice a month. Don't you think it'll be stimulating?
Maybe.
Okay,
to us.
I guess we'll see what happens. Look, we're not going to make any promises here. We're going to talk about a lot of insignificant stuff, pretty much. So if you're looking for something that's going to change the world...
This is not it.
Yeah, this isn't it. So...
If you don't mind just listening to two guys just shooting the shit, having a few beers, you might get some enjoyment out of this.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty entertaining people overall, so...
I entertain myself all the time.
Me too. So, hey, Kevin, I understand that you recently got a roommate.
Well, that was quick.
That's right.
Yes, I did. Would you like me to tell you about it?
Well, I mean, how's it going? I know it's always odd when you start to, like, cohabitate with somebody else.
Yeah, well, as you know, I have a house, 4 bedrooms. It's just me. So I was looking for a way to make some extra money. And I figured I'd rent out a room to somebody. And so that's what I did.
Okay, so I guess my first question is, like, how in the world do you go about finding somebody to move in? I mean, like, Craigslist is, I mean, I guess it's the obvious choice, but who the heck knows what you're going to find through there? You might get the Craigslist killer moving.
Yeah, but who the heck knows who you're going to find going through any website?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true.
So I found this website, though, called Roomster.com. And it seemed legit, seemed all cool. And I actually had, I'd say, 4 or 5 people come by, take a look at the place. And none of them really fit the roommate description I was looking for, as far as, you know, keeps to themselves, kind of like what I do. Doesn't really have guests over, things like that.
So basically, what you're saying is you're looking for the most antisocial person you could find.
Are you calling me antisocial?
No. Well, okay, maybe, I don't know, but
That's okay. I am.
Antisocial people are probably the best roommates you can have.
I prefer introverted.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I found someone and I actually met her twice. I wanted to go with a female, just for the fact that...
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, just for the fact that dudes are nuts, man.
Yes, they are.
So I found someone and I met her twice prior, and she was real cool, real sweet, just a nice person overall, from what I could tell. And so I went ahead and notified her, said, hey, yeah, you know, if you'd like to move in, you're more than welcome to.
Now, I think there's one thing our audience wants to know before we continue.
What's that?
Is this the kind of girl that when they walk in, you are physically attracted to?
I was not looking for that. And no, she was not.
Okay, good. That's what I want to know.
And so she went ahead and moved in. We agreed. Apparently there was some flooding here in Houston a few months back, and there were some houses that were destroyed. I think a coffin popped up out of the ground someplace.
Yeah, that would be a nice thing to see when you go outside.
Anyway, so her house was destroyed or inhabitable at the time, so her insurance company was putting her up in a hotel or a motel, something like that. And she was just looking for a new place to live for a few months until she could find a new place to live permanently. And she wasn't looking to live with me until I think the end of the year, she said, was when she was planning to move out. So anyway, we agreed to it. She moved in, and once she moved in, it was totally different. Like I said prior, she was so cool, so nice, very friendly.
Isn't it always?
She moved in, and I would never see her. She was in a room all the time. It was like she was a hermit. It was just such a drastic change. I mean, she was friendly when she'd come out and I'd see her, but she moved in on the 28th of October. Last time I saw her was on the 10th of this month.
Yeah, that's...
And I saw her maybe 4 times.
That might be the biggest, most interesting point here is last week when we were testing out all of our podcast equipment, which By the way, nothing that we did worked, so that was always fun. You had mentioned to me that it had been like 5 days since you had even seen her.
No, it was Tuesday, I want to say. Well, Wednesday morning, I noticed that her vehicle wasn't out front. And I thought, okay, no big deal. She went off to work early. I came home Wednesday afternoon, and I noticed her bedroom light was on, but her vehicle wasn't there. So I thought, okay, maybe she just left it on. And Thursday, same thing. Friday, same thing. So Saturday, like you said, came over here to test out some equipment, and I started to worry because at first I thought maybe she's just because she's works in sales for a medical equipment company. So I thought maybe she's just off at some trade show or something. Thought it would have been nice, considerate of her if she let me know she's
Yeah.
going to be gone for a few days, but, maybe just slipped her mind. So Saturday, I just send her a quick text, hey, haven't seen you in a few days, just let me know how you're doing, yada, yada, yada. And didn't hear anything. So Sunday, I give her a call and let her know, hey, I'm a little concerned about your safety. Just give me a call back. Let me know you're okay. And I'll try you back in a couple hours if I haven't heard from you. I don't hear from her. And so I call her back again a couple hours later and still nothing. But this time on my voicemail, I go ahead and I leave her a message saying, I'm going to go ahead and give you another hour or so. And if I don't hear back from you, I want to file a missing persons report. Don't think I'm a friggin' loon for doing that. I'm really just concerned about your safety. I haven't heard from you or seen you in 5 days now.
Well, I mean, 5 days is a little bit excessive. I mean, really, if
Yeah, just give me a call. Let me know. Give me a heads up. Let me know what's going on.
even though it's not like you're married or even
hell
related,
no.
but if you're in a house with somebody
I can
and you're
care
going to be gone for that long, it's usually pretty much like, hey, I'm going to be gone for 5 days, so just so you know,
Yeah.
I won't be here.
Just be considerate. I could care less what you do in your own time. So I call her back in about an hour and a half later, and still nothing. So then I go ahead and call the police, ask them what I need to do to file a missing persons report. And they're like, okay, and they took down all our information, they could get, what's her name, how do you know this person, whatever. And so she says, we'll send a deputy out. A deputy shows up about 20 minutes later, has no clue why I sent to my house.
That's always good.
Yeah, I'm like, come on in. I was like, so you know what's going on? He's like, nope. All right, so let me fill you in. And I tell him the whole story, and he's like, well, let's check her bedroom. I'm like, okay, fine. And I haven't gone in there yet. I just don't want to impose on her space, And maybe it was a test. Say, hey, I want to leave my light on, see if he comes in.
See if he goes in my room looking through my stuff.
Yeah, he's like a ninja. So, open the door. The cop's like, okay, step back. I guess he thought I might be some kind of ambush or something. So I step back. He goes in. He notices there's an iPad, a laptop on the bed. He tries to mess around with both, and they're both locked. And so I go ahead and give him the information on her. And really, at this point, all I know, and I've never rented a room before to someone I don't know. I've rented rooms to friends
Yes.
previously, and it's no big deal, but this is the first time I've tried to rent a room to someone I don't know. And of course I got a lecture from him. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do like, yeah, I know that now.
It's like, look, dude, I'm not looking for like parental advice. Just tell me what's going on.
Yeah. So I give him all the information I have, which at that point is just her name, her phone number, and I did have the presence of mind to take down her license plate.
Yeah.
So I got that and I gave it to him. He was like, okay, well, we'll look into it, and there's, not much we can really do. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So he leaves. 5 minutes later, there's a knock on my door, and I guess all he did was walk out to his cruiser and run her name or license plate or something. And he's like, well, we found her. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Where's she at? And he tells me, we booked her. At that point, I'm just like, lovely. So I asked him, I said, oh, well, what'd she get her for? What'd she, am I safe? Can you... He tells me, I can't tell you anything. That's her business.
It's like, did you book her for murdering six
all I want to know is if I'm safe, if she's
roommates?
Been booked for murder. Or, he's like, I can't tell you. So I ended up going online and pretty much Googling her name and Fort Bend County Jail, and I get a hit. I pull up her name, her I don't know what, her inmate profile or whatever.
It's like a dating site.
Yeah. Donate money to my fund here. Help me get out of prison.
Help me get out of prison, please.
No, so I clicked on her profile, and the picture of her, I didn't even notice until later I told my mom, and she's the one that pointed it out. I went back and looked, and there's her picture. She's in a green padded straitjacket.
Okay, the thing is, you sent me a message that
yes, I
think
did.
it was it that Sunday or when?
I think it was Monday.
Okay, I remember getting a message on my phone saying,
No, I sent you a message Sunday saying,
I found my roommate, and then I got a nice a nice little message saying, go to this website and punch in this name. So I do, and there it is. It's a rather unflattering mugshot, I must say, but yeah, I did notice the nice green attire that was there.
This is no lie. She's literally wearing a green padded straitjacket. If you want, I'll send you the picture. You can email us. What's your email address?
The email address is
2f4w6p@gmail.com.
That's it, please. If you have questions or you want to tell us how great or crappy we are, that's fine too.
Or if you just want to see the picture, I'll send it over to you.
Yeah,
no problem.
there you go.
Because it's a really lovely shot.
So, well, I guess what we've determined out of this is be careful who you rent to because they could be convicted felons.
Yeah, and the shitty thing is, I have to...
Did I get any more money?
No. Well, it was like a month-to-month deal, so... at the end of the month, she's gone, and she's still in there. And I called them up, try to get as much information about it as I can, and they're like, well, she's on hold for Harris County, because apparently that's where the original charge occurred was Harris County, and they have 10 days to pick her up, so who knows how long she's going to be in for, but I will be going to, I don't know if I should visit her, or maybe call, I don't know what the procedure is.
Well, I would say this. Whatever you do, next time we get together, you definitely can let us know.
Oh, yeah. I plan on doing this tomorrow, so we'll definitely revisit this whole...
situation.
Yeah, that's what you want to call it.
So, are you caught up on The Walking Dead?
Yes, I am. I finished up last week's episode this morning, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
It was one of the more disappointing episodes I've seen.
Okay, why? Why do you say that? Do you not like Daryl?
Well, Daryl's okay. I like Daryl, but it just didn't... The episode is like nothing really went on.
I mean, I get that. I understand what you're saying, but I also do think that they do a really good job of like showing us what different people are doing.
Yeah, but this week they really didn't do anything.
Okay, but they may have had one of the greatest quotes in Walking Dead series when Abraham says, I don't like loose ends, they make my ass itch. I mean, that was pretty good, you have to admit.
Yeah, that was good. I like that, and I don't know, just didn't do a whole lot for me. I mean, I won't say it's the worst episode in the series, but I think it's definitely the worst one this season.
Well, I think that's interesting. I think it's...
and they're not addressing the elephant in the room. what the flip's Glenn up to?
Okay, well, now that you brought up Glenn, now you told me a very interesting theory you read on the internet about Glenn. Now, mind you, I think Glenn's dead. But
I think he's alive.
I think he's dead.
I think he's alive.
But go ahead. What is the theory that you
I'll
read?
street fight you.
Well, we're not going to do that right now because they can't see us. If they could see us, it'd be worthwhile.
Fine.
But tell me the theory you read about Glenn, and then I'll tell you how that impacted my viewing of last week's episode.
Well, which theory? Because there's a few.
Give me the dumpster.
There's a theory that he crawled under the friggin' dumpster. Now, I've never seen a dumpster that's like a foot off the ground that you could actually crawl under. So that's just kind of retarded to me.
Yes, but you also told me that in your theory that you read was that he managed to cut his way up inside the dumpster and hide inside there, and he would walk his way
No, I did not tell you that.
back to Alexandria.
I did not tell you that. That was a friggin' meme that was on Facebook.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what that meme did to me. While I watched the last week's episode, I'm watching Abraham going down the street looking at a zombie that has a rocket launcher, and every time I look at the screen, I'm anticipating a dumpster walking behind him with little Glenn head sticking up out of it. I mean, that's what I'm seeing.
You think that'll happen?
It'd be cool if it did, I think, because, I mean, a walking dumpster is almost like back in Flintstones times where you have cars that you run with your feet. But, look, I'm sorry. Glenn is dead.
That would be a nice, protective gear they'd be wearing.
Who's going to bite you through a dumpster? I mean, nobody. Not unless you got, like, zombie T-Rex with his little baby hands. But still, they could probably still bite through a dumpster.
His dinosaur arms.
Yeah. I was making you wonder how did that dinosaur even... I mean, yeah, okay, it can bite you in half, but if it ever got into like a brawl, what's it going to do?
I want to know how we know what they ate. How do we know which ones were carnivores and which...
Nah, it's true. I mean,
we found their bones and that's it.
They didn't make a list or have a menu.
Can you tell from their DNA or did they pull from their bones or...
I mean, I suppose maybe there's some... I'm sure there's some scientific guy out there right now that's saying, morons, it's very simple, but I agree. I think if you have a...
How do we even know the color of their skin?
If you have a skeleton, how do you know? But, I don't know. But hey,
I could have been purple.
Like a bunch of Barneys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be scary.
Barney is like the real thing.
No, Barney's like a child molester.
Is he?
Nah, he's got to be.
No, I thought that was like the Oscar from Sesame Street.
No, I know it's Jared Fogle, but...
No, that's Subway.
Oh, that's
there was
Subway
like a Sesame
still,
Street one too, I thought.
Well, Oscar the
Elmo,
Grouch?
Tickle Me Elmo. The Elmo dude.
Yeah, but I don't think he molested. I think he might have gotten molested. Because it's like, tickle me.
No, he was like trying to get dates with dudes. Like young dudes.
Oh, well, that's kind of messed up. I mean... Wow, that really changes things, doesn't it?
You don't remember
No, I don't remember hearing about that.
God, I hope I'm not like misinformed.
Yeah, I hope you're not either, because that could, I don't want us to get in trouble, but...
Because all three of our audience members might...
You, me, and the one person we paid to listen to this podcast.
My mom.
Yeah, I might have to get my dad to listen to it too, but... All right, so...
Back to Glenn.
Yeah, back to Glenn. Dude, he's dead. I don't know that they're the kind of show that teases you that they killed somebody the way that they killed him and then not have him dead. Because I think that they might look at that as a cop-out. You don't agree?
To be honest,
obviously you don't agree.
To be honest, I wasn't even listening to what you were saying.
Oh, well, that's real.
Could you please repeat it?
Okay, what I said was...
I was looking at the timer.
I don't think that the people on The Walking Dead are up to making, like, cop-out deaths. If they kill somebody, they kill somebody. It's not like a soap opera
but everyone's saying
where
that the
you
way
get your
they
head
killed...
cut off and come back.
But everyone online is saying the way he was
Dude,
killed
everyone
was cheesy.
online is a moron.
So you think the way he died was up to par with the way other main stars have died in the
No,
past?
it probably was not, but I still thought, look,
It'd be okay if he was to like step on a tack.
that would get tetanus.
Yes, he'd get tetanus and just die.
Well, I mean, can they not find a tetanus shot somewhere? I guess not. But
no, all the medicine's gone pretty much.
Well, there's got to be some somewhere. But or they just cut his foot off, like they cut off Herschel's leg.
That's right, and they cut off that dude's arm in this last episode.
Yeah, but then did he live or did they just kill him anyway?
We don't know. No, they took him back to camp. That's how Daryl got out.
Okay, but
the theory I heard that I liked was Glenn got bit, but he hasn't died, and he has the cure.
Like he's immune.
No, like somehow he's like a really bad '80s band.
You're like Warlock or
no, the Cure.
Oh, the Cure. Okay. I was just thinking bad '80s bands. I can name them.
I can say one bad.
We could get this entire podcast.
I like a few of their albums, but no, seriously, he has a cure, and then like the rest of the. I guess a lot of the rest of the series will be based upon making sure that he's safe, so they can figure out how to replicate what he has in his DNA to.
But now doesn't.
But then that'd be kind of cheesy, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know.
I just can't see them killing off a character that big, that popular.
Okay, look, in the beginning of this season,
I understand the other people that have been killed off, and it was like a big shocker, but now they've got too much.
No, I understand, and here's the thing: the beginning of the season, I had purchased season 5, and I gave it to my boss so he could catch up before this season started, and he got caught up. And funny story, he sends me a text and he's like, "Damn it! I thought there was another disc, but I just watched the last one yesterday, and I got no more." So it's like it sucks people in. And him and I talked, and I mentioned to him, I said, I thought this season that Glenn would be the main guy to go. Now, I didn't think it would be in episode 3. Yeah. I thought it would be like a fall finale or even a season finale. But hey, I mean, it seems to me that the quest of The Walking Dead is to screw over Maggie any way possible. I mean, they kill her sister, they kill her father, now they're going to kill her husband, and she's apparently, apparently pregnant, right?
I think it's Daryl's.
I think Daryl's slipping in on those lonely nights when Glenn is out hiding under dumpsters. That's look, I've always loved Lauren Cohan. Like back when she was in Supernatural, she was Bella.
Who?
Maggie.
She was in Supernatural?
She was in Supernatural. She was Bella Talbot. Back in like season 3 or something, and she was the British girl that was on all the time. Dark hair. She's
British?
I think she's something.
She has like a country accent on Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, so is Andrew Lincoln, and he's British.
He's British too?
Yes, he's British too.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's very British, as a matter of fact. So, the British are overtaking our
British
television.
Is he?
He's probably 98% British.
What's the other 2%?
Maybe Scottish. I mean,
wouldn't that be considered British also?
I don't. Why wouldn't they just call it British then and not Scottish?
Isn't Scotland part of Great Britain?
Well, I was not really that good at geography.
Yeah, I thought Great Britain was Scotland, Ireland, Wales.
Yeah, England. But Highlander, Connor McLeod, he's not British. He's Scottish. So I mean, that's not the same.
No, he's not English. He's Scottish.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a difference between British and English? I mean, where is Britain anyway? I mean, if you're British, you're from Britain.
It's Great Britain.
Okay, but isn't Great Britain England?
No, Great Britain is England,
okay, this is
Scotland,
stupid.
Ireland, and Wales.
No, I don't.
And Jamaica.
I don't support that.
No.
No, I think you're either English, Scottish, Walish. I mean,
Welsh.
Okay, Welsh. There you go. But I think you can't just be like a lump sum. I mean, what are we now? I mean, we're the United States of
We're
America,
American.
right?
We're American. We speak English.
Well,
English is a language.
Most of us.
Most of us, yes.
Yeah, and I got to tell you this, and I'm sorry to bring it up, but it aggravates the living piss out of me when I call someplace and the first thing is press 1 for English. I shouldn't have to push anything for English.
First of all, you shouldn't have to press a button for anything.
That's true.
Answer the damn phone.
Yeah, and you sit there. Okay, please enter your name. Todd Rogers. I cannot find Rod Bodgers. No, Todd Rogers. I cannot find Turd Ritter. What? Excuse me. You can't even understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, or that, you ask for information. What is your phone number? 555-496-2345. We have 555, blah, blah, blah. Is that correct? Just answer the damn phone.
Yes, I found myself, whenever I call these things, I find myself this. Thank you for calling, operator, and I just keep yelling operator until somebody answers the phone.
What I do is I just hit 00000.
Yeah, see, that's the non-speaking version of getting the operator.
You just like people to hear your voice.
Maybe.
Operator!
They don't know what I'm talking about, and everybody in the house comes over like, are you okay? Is there something wrong?
And you're like, operator!
Operator. Isn't there... What was that song?
Is that Lionel Richie?
No, it was...
No, it's Jim Croce.
Yeah.
He was a bad mofo.
Operator, can you help me make this call?
Yeah.
Isn't that it? I don't know the name
Was
of the
that
song.
I have one of his CDs. Actually.
Can we go to our device to look that up?
Can we go to the loo?
Actually, just punch in operator, can you help me make this call? And see what happens.
Okay, let's see what happens. I'm going to the device.
Alright.
It's a top secret device.
Yeah, we're not going to really talk about what it is because it's not on the market yet. Oh, and just to let everybody know out there that if you hear these...
Operator what?
Go, operator, can you help me make this call?
Can you...
And what we're going to do, just to let you guys know, is every once in a while if you hear some weird noises, there's some animals running around in here. One of them is on our picture right now, and he's, I guess I would say he's relieving himself.
That's right, Jim Croce.
There you go, Jim Croce.
That's how you pronounce his name. Okay, what I would like to talk about, Todd, is I've noticed that every time I come over here, you've bought some kind of new DVD or Blu-ray.
Yes, I pretty much have something coming in on a weekly basis.
And most of it I look at and I think, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, I can just imagine what you think when you look at it.
Okay, so today you have Attack on Titan, live action, the movie 1.
Yes.
What the flip is that about?
Okay, Attack on Titan is a really popular anime.
Should I say who it stars?
You can try.
Okay, it stars Haruma Miura, Hiroki Hasegawa, Kiko Mizuhara, Kanata Hongo, and Takahiro Miura.
Okay, good.
Do you think Takahiro Miura and Haruma Miura are related?
They might be. I mean,
Maybe like brother, sister?
They could be married.
Do you think they're boning?
I don't know if they're guys or girls.
That's true.
I mean, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
But Attack on Titan, I guess, from what I understand, was a major anime series. But I saw the video.
So you're into anime?
No, not really. I saw the video for the live action movie on Facebook at one point, and it just looked crazy. It's like these great big giant like titans. Now, any of you who aren't familiar, titans are just large, like almost like demigod type characters.
They're not like the football team from that.
No, they're not the Tennessee Titans.
No, I'm talking about the Remember the Titans.
Oh no, they're not that
either.
either.
It had that one dude in it from Sons of Anarchy.
It did.
Opie?
Yeah, Opie was in it. Yeah.
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 I miss Opie.
I do too. Yeah, it was terrible the way they killed him.
It was. He was much better on Andy Griffith's show.
Yeah, different Opie, but still,
Okay.
still good. But like what I was saying is this movie looked cool. It's got these giant creatures that are coming through
human.
town, and they're like human creatures. They're titans. They're humans, but they're like great big humans.
They should make a football team.
And they have to eat human flesh, so they have to eat people.
Just Asian flesh?
No, I think they could pretty much eat any flesh.
Yeah, but it just happens to be Japan.
It just happens to be like Asian. But I'm gonna try to watch it this weekend.
So you haven't even seen it?
No, it's an import. I got it this week.
And you bought it without just seeing the...
I saw the trailer and I bought it.
See, I have to see a movie and like it before I actually buy it.
I
learned that a long time ago.
Why would you do that?
Because I bought a lot of shitty movies.
I bought a lot of shitty movies too.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I've lent most of them to you. But still...
Yeah, I'm your friggin' guinea pig. What was that one you lent me?
Which one? Oh, Gravy?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Well, like, it looked like it should have been good. I mean, Jimmy Simpson is cool.
Jimmy Simpson, I like. He's a very good actor. And I like the fact that it was done by, what's his face from Psych?
I don't
James
know.
Roday?
It's behind you.
James Roday.
Okay.
And Dule Hill's in it as well.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, this has got to be a great
Sarah
movie.
Silverman in it too?
Yeah, for like a minute.
Oh, well, that's great. They should tell you that in the thing.
Yeah, they
like
never
if you're in a movie for less than 5 minutes, they should put the minute total next to your name.
They should. And they should put next to your name, you know, if you're like nude in it or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Look, I know that there's another movie you want to mention that's on my just bought this week counter.
Yes, your other. Why are you trying to rush me through this?
I'm not trying to rush you, but I see it, and it bothers me because I can see it. And I know you want to ask me.
Okay, it's called Killer Workout, aka Aerobicide.
Right.
When I first looked at this, I thought it was like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and then I had to, because the killer in the title looks similar.
It does look similar.
And this is Blu-ray too.
Mm-hmm.
What the flip, man?
It's.
I've never even heard of this.
That doesn't surprise me. It's like an 80s slasher movie about somebody gets killed in an aerobic studio, and you know, of course, it's now everybody's gonna get killed. But I saw it on Blu-ray, and I thought I gotta pick this up because.
So you've seen this one before?
I have seen it a long time ago, and you know, I mean, heck, it was the perfect 80s thing with the got a bunch of hot girls running around in like spandex and like tight sort of workout uniforms. If the movie's not going to be good, at least have some kind of a good aspect to it. I mean,
at least by the Blu-ray version, if it's going to be
yeah, because if it's going to be shitty, you might as well see it in high def shittiness. Oh, but there are 2 movies I would like to mention. I recently found out that Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things is available on Blu-ray. You ever seen it?
No, I sure haven't.
Okay. Well, as a kid, I saw Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, and I remember seeing it with my grandfather, and he sat there and watched the whole thing with me. Dude, I know he hated every aspect of it because it was just cheesy horror movie. But he sat there and watched it with me, and he even like made it act like he liked it.
Who's in it?
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that when I get the Blu-ray, and we'll see it.
Okay.
But it's a zombie kind of movie, so it's... I think if you haven't seen it and you like zombies, you should see it. Now, there's one other thing I do want to bring up during our movie segment. The movie Apparition,
What's
which
that?
was... Well, it's a movie that was directed by someone named Todd Rogers.
Rogers?
No, it's Rodgers.
You see, you just told them your name.
That's fine. They know anyway.
They're not finding me out.
And they will find out because the film was produced by somebody named Kevin. You guys can look it up and find out. But Apparition is available on Amazon.
Alan Smithy it.
Shut up. It's available on Amazon. Hey, this is money in your pocket.
Alan Smithy.
Go to Amazon, look for Apparition. You can get it on Blu-ray or DVD. You can also find it at Hastings stores. And on Amazon, if you have a hard time finding it, just punch in Apparition. And if it doesn't pop right up, you can punch in Natalie Bolton because it seems to be linked to her. So please buy it because Kevin and I are both tired of eating ramen noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You get lunch?
Not every day. Some days it's just breakfast noodles and dinner noodles. Yeah. So, what else you got going on?
How did you come up with the name 2 Feet, 4 Wheels, and a Six Pack? That's what I want to know.
I guess you should answer that question yourself because you're the one that made the name up.
I might have been a bit inebriated at the time.
Well, it could be, but let's think it out for.
I might be a little bit inebriated now.
I hope so because that's the whole idea of our 6-pack. But hey, let's look at it. 2 feet. And it's kind of weird because, I mean, we both have 2 feet. Right? Of course. But
Yeah, we don't have fins.
no, we don't have fins. But you have 2 feet. And we're trying to get something that's specific, so
Feet are disgusting.
they're nasty.
I don't like when people wear like open toe
Oh my
shoes
God,
and sandals.
I think
Put some
it's
socks on, damn
it's
it.
the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And I see these people on the internet that have like these feet fetishes.
Yeah, like Quentin Tarantino.
And it
he
makes
puts
me-
feet in all his movies.
It makes me want to throw up.
He's a foot freak.
Look, I don't care if it's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Feet are still ugly.
They are nasty.
I agree.
You know,
We finally agree on something, dude.
we do agree on something. I think even if Maria Menounos came over,
Mary Menudo.
you know, Maria Menounos, she is potentially one of the most beautiful women on television. I would still ask her to
Hotter
like,
than Alyssa
keep her
Milano?
shoes on.
That's not possible.
I think so. Wouldn't you ask Melissa Milano to keep her
blonde?
shoes
She
on?
doesn't sound like she's blonde, Todd.
No, she's not actually. She's like
Blonde is your thing.
it was, but I've grown.
Since last week.
Yeah, I've worked on myself since last week. It's one of those things where you just got to keep working. So one thing we wanted to mention in our wonderful picture that we have on the right side, you'll see Ernie sitting there off to the side.
Are you talking about the picture?
Yes, on the picture.
Okay.
And on the left side, you'll see...
Ernie's my dog.
Yes, Ernie is your dog.
He's my main man.
On the left side, you'll see Max.
He's a big old pimp.
And Max is doing what most dogs need to do at some point in their life.
He's taking a poo.
Yeah, he is. So...
What is our fine beer today?
Oh, well, that's a very good point. Today, we are both drinking Stella Artois.
I thought it was Artois.
It's Artois.
Was it French?
I don't know what it is, but it's not Artois.
Fragile.
It's for Gillet. You know, that made me think about something when I was back in Vegas. I was training some people in our department, and I had a trainee whose last name was Padilla.
Padilla.
Padilla. And we as we went through, him and I became really good buddies, and we're so good friends. And
Did you have cockfights?
no, we did not. We drank a lot of beer, but there are certain things that are probably off limits.
I meant with chickens.
Oh no, we didn't even have those.
Okay.
But
Because that's like a big thing in Nevada.
it's not that big. I never saw one. But one day I was sitting at my desk with my trainee, and one of the supervisors walks over to the desk and he goes, "I'm just taking account of everybody that's being training, and you have Padilla, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have Padilla." And it just makes me laugh how ignorant people are. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not saying they're stupid, but they are stupid.
Yeah, people are stupid.
Right. So I'm sure that he'll be happy to hear this. Well, he probably won't hear it, but
Padilla or the guy that asked?
either one. If I ask Padilla, he'll listen, but the other guy I haven't talked to in years.
Why not?
I don't know.
You hate him?
No, I don't hate him.
You hate him.
No, I don't.
You said you haven't talked to him in years because you hate him.
No, there's people I haven't talked to in years I don't hate.
Like who?
Shit, half my family.
You hate your family?
No, I just haven't talked to him in years.
Why? You need to see a therapist.
Well, certain ones. I mean, certain ones are great, and other ones I don't talk to for forever.
But they live here?
No, nobody lives here.
I live here.
Well, nobody I'm related to lives here.
Oh.
Anybody you relate? Oh,
What
well,
about
yeah,
your dad?
actually they are. Okay, fine. My father lives here.
Okay.
So somebody I'm related to lives here. But nobody else I'm related to lives here.
In Texas. Or the U.S.
In Texas.
In Texas?
Everybody pretty much lives in the U.S. that I'm related to. I don't think
there's like 2 billion in
I don't,
China.
Yeah, I'm not related to anybody in China.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You know what your last name is, right?
Yes, it is. I'm not saying it. You're trying to get me to say it. Everybody knows it because they know we just posted this, but
I didn't post nothing.
I don't think there's any kind of weird Chinese variation of my last name.
Would you get a tattoo of your name in Chinese on your arm?
No.
Why not?
Because I'd be afraid that
Trust the
whoever
tattoos?
would tattoo it would print like ass face or dick nose or something stupid. I think anybody who goes out and gets Chinese symbols tattooed on themselves are at a major risk of not knowing what they really have on their arms.
What if they got like tattooed a Chinese tree?
A Chinese tree?
It made you think, didn't I?
What the hell's different from a Chinese tree?
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi had the thingy clip.
You're talking about a bonsai tree.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, I'm not quite sure if I would get a bonsai tree tattooed on my arm.
What would you get tattooed on your arm?
Probably nothing. I mean, I've actually thought about getting tattooed for a long time, and I never got it done. I guess I was always worried, like, when I go for that job, are they going to worry I have a tattoo?
Yeah.
Except I'm never getting that job.
What is that job?
I guess that job is the one that pays me tons of money for not doing much at all.
So you could go live in Toddville.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounded by a moat.
I had to tell you this.
That's a big moat to go around a whole like Toddville city.
Well, no, I don't even care about the city.
Or is Toddville like a neighborhood?
It's probably more of a neighborhood
It's like
than
a
a
castle.
city. See, that's what you just said is the thing. You know what I wanted more than anything else? I want a castle.
A castle?
Like a real castle.
Okay.
With like turrets and everything else.
With turds?
Turrets. I want to live in a castle. Except I'm a little worried about like heating and cooling and stuff
Yeah,
like
there'd
that.
be a lot of drafts, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, but I need a lot of fireplaces and stuff. But I seriously would like to, if I had...
You could have the chambermaids, though.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, they'd be hot.
That'd be good for warmth, but...
They could feed you grapes?
I like grapes. I do. I like grapes. I like peanuts. Like cashews. I like pistachios.
For a second, I thought you said you like penis.
No, peanuts. What do you get? I'm not even going to acknowledge that. Never mind.
Where were you going to get peanuts in the old days like that?
Well, it's not the old days, though. I want a castle now.
No one has castles anymore.
No, they do.
Who?
There's got to be castles now.
Who?
The people who have castles.
And who are these people?
I don't know their names, but if I had a lot of money, I would be one of them, and then you would know my name.
Would you be a sir?
I should be a lord.
A lord?
Yeah. Lord Todd. I think that would be good.
You know, you can buy titles like that.
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
know how
like-
much they are?
I think it was like $100.
That's a
You
lot
buy
of
some
money.
like property in one of those European
I
countries.
mean, it's a lot of money, but do
I
people
know.
care?
I'd care. Back when I was in junior high, I used to write "Sir" in front of my name. You know, in the top left corner of your paper, you put your name. Below that, you put like whatever class you're in or the date. To the right, you do something, whatever junior high.
How'd your teachers feel about that?
It's funny because I only really did it in one class, and that class, every time my paper would come back, she'd have "Sir" crossed off. That bitch.
But you kept doing it, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Good, because
Yeah.
you will not defy and bow to the man.
Exactly. You don't mess
Even
with
if the man was a woman.
I'm not a woman.
No, even if the man was a woman.
Okay.
Because you said she was a female teacher.
Yeah.
Right. So she's not the man. She's like the woman.
It was, what class was it?
But probably if you say the woman, that offends somebody somewhere.
People are offended from being a woman?
No, people are offended about everything. People are offended about Starbucks coffee cups. They're not offended that they pay $10 for a cup of coffee.
People are just stupid.
But they're offended that they have a red coffee cup. And that it doesn't have freaking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Frosty the freaking Snowman on it. Look, Christmas is Christmas, or Hanukkah is Hanukkah, or nothing is nothing. Just enjoy it and get your stupid overpriced coffee. Sorry.
That's okay, I don't drink coffee.
I don't either. That's what's funny about it. I mean, that's not what's funny about it, but, whatever.
Yeah, people are just stupid. This country has just gone to hell.
It's
Everyone gets offended by everything.
I have actually never...
I want to punch them in the nose and street fight them.
I do too. I do. Just my response to everyone is punch in the face, punch in the face, punch in the face.
Good old USA knuckle sandwich.
Yeah. I just think it's really ridiculous to me that, I remember years and years ago, people weren't so offended by everything. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't really matter what you say now or what you do. Somebody is offended by everything. I mean, everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
I agree.
Do you think we can fix it?
Probably not.
No, you're probably right. Never mind.
It's like they want the majority to conform to the minority.
Yeah,
in the country. So a few people aren't offended.
If somebody's not mad, it's
ridiculous.
not right.
It's retarded.
It really... Ooh.
I said the R word.
You did. You said the R word.
We need the bell.
That's terrible. You shouldn't say the R word because people will be offended.
I could say a lot worse, but I won't.
I'm sure you can. I've heard you say worse.
Liar.
No, I'm pretty sure I have.
I'm innocent.
So, I mean, I guess really the one thing that I would like to say about our podcast...
Oh, we're still going?
And we are still going, actually. And we still have more beer, I think, so we have to finish that up. And look, we may not say things that you agree with, or I can guarantee that what we say will probably not be politically correct.
I disagree with you, Todd. And I'm offended by what you just said.
Really? I figured you would be. But we hope you tune in. And we'd love to hear questions. And we will answer them because we know when one of you sends us an email over the next 6 months, we will definitely answer that email.
I will be so ecstatic.
Oh, I'll be crazy when I see you have mail.
I'll text you right away.
Yeah.
Todd.
We have mail. We have a question.
Mail.
We have a question. Mail. And the question will probably be, can you guys shut the hell up?
Yeah.
That'll be the question.
You
and the answer
stupid.
will be no. So don't even bother asking
so
that question.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Why even do this stupid podcast?
So I think what we hope to
You're
accomplish...
wasting my time.
Thank you.
We should have special guests.
Oh, I think that's a good
special
idea.
guests being special to us. Because we don't know anybody.
Yeah, because we don't know anybody special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think this. If you're, like we said in the beginning, if you're looking for something that's going to change your life and add meaning to your existence, please turn the channel. Because we will do neither of those things. I think we just want to have a good time, talk about stuff that doesn't really matter, and Did I say have a good time?
I like to have a good time.
I think I just said that too, but I think we will.
Yeah, it's like remember the Alamo.
You're Ozzy P on the Alamo?
He did that like years
Oh,
ago.
yeah, it's years ago, but they just had it on the news.
Yeah, because they were like...
I think he came back,
he was getting
didn't he?
pardoned.
Yeah, didn't he come back and say he was sorry?
Yeah, they like wanted to pardon him, and so they did, and they let him in, and when they weren't looking, he sneaked up on the roof and took a crap.
No, come on now.
It's true. It's true.
No.
No.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, you're making it up. Because if you're not making it up, it's pretty funny.
Sean. Where's the loo, Sean?
Jen! I'm going to take a poop. Something.
We should probably end on that note.
Alright. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We appreciate the one or two of you that listen to this one.
Yes, all four of you, thank you.
And we will be back in a couple of weeks for another stimulating episode of 2 feet,
4 wheels, and a six-pack.
a six-pack. Alright, guys. Take care and have a good Thanksgiving and whatever holiday you participate in.